Alright, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, can you listen to me? Hello?
Yes,
Yes, can,
Doctor.
Doctor.
Boleh dengar suara saya?
Boleh, Doctor, boleh dengar.
Boleh dengar Alright. Thank you. Alright, hari ni kita akan cover topic 4. Alright. So this is topic 4 warehouse equipment, and then we will cover 4.1 warehouse layout, 4.2 on racking, 4.3 dock equipment, 4.4 about the pallet, 4.5 on lift truck, and then automated equipment, and finally on the automated data collection. So let us begin with Kitab Al-Fatiha. Okay, boleh nampak slides ni? Hello? Boleh nampak Okay. Alright, thank you. Alright, now ladies and gentlemen, kita cover warehouse layout. Okay. Alright, on warehouse layout, alright, is the process of laying out warehouse is a lot like putting a puzzle together. Bila kita nak buat dia punya layout, dia punya susun atur ni, so lebih kepada macam mana kita nak susun puzzle lah. It is difficult to complete until all the warehouse operations are put in together in an efficient and become a flexible building layout. Right. So bila kita nak buat dia punya susun atur ni, alright. So kita nak tahu kat mana kita nak letak receiving, kat mana nak letak material handling, put away. Sebab apa? Bila kita salah kita design kita punya susun atur ni, kita akan menyebabkan masalah bila barang tu sampai, kargo kita sampai. Right? Bila masalah tu sampai, nanti kita akan ada extra cost operasi lah. Makna kata bila kita kata ada cost operasi tu, makna kata sepatutnya alright, receiving kat area sini kita letak kat tempat lain. So kita nak alihkan dia. So we don't want to have more movement. We want to reduce the movement as little as possible, because bila banyak sangat pergerakan, alright, ada kebarangkalian, ada potensi untuk berlaku kecederaan, ada potensi untuk berlaku kemalangan. Jadi potensi risiko ni kita nak elakkan ya. Alright, so that's why dia kata it is difficult to complete until all the warehouse operations are put together. Kita nak susun semua sekali operasi dalam warehouse ni, kita dah tahu apa yang patut ada dan kita kena susun dengan cekap supaya kita dapat flexible punya building layout. A warehouse layout should be based on the space requirement for and interrelationships between individual warehouse processes. Example, receiving staging, pallet storage, shipping staging, and also cross-docking. Alright. So bila kita nak buat layout design untuk warehouse kita ni, kita kena tahu berapa keluasan warehouse tu semua sekali, berapa yang kita ada. Kemudian kita nak kena tahu ruang banyak mana kita nak letakkan put away kat mana, cross docking kat mana, and then berapa banyak ruang yang kita boleh sediakan. Okay, there are 3 warehouse layout design suggestions. Alright. Number 1 is U-shape. U-shape ni maksud kata, okay, this is the loading and unloading process, the reception, and then you put the storage, and finally picking and shipping. Alright, the U, bentuk U. Alright. Optimizing your warehouse layout can drastically improve operations, but what may work for one warehouse may not work for yours. However, there are a few base design options that may very well work in your favor. So bila kita nak optimumkan penggunaan warehouse kita, mungkin awak dah belajar sebelum ni, yang saya bagi tugasan awak tengok layout warehouse yang ada dekat sekitar rumah awak. Alright, jadi kita boleh bandingkan keluasan warehouse, nak tahu apa operasi yang ada, Kan? Jadi bila kita dah tahu macam tu, kita dah tahu apa dia punya client dia, requirement client macam mana, baru kita boleh designkan kita punya layout mengikut kesesuaian. Itu sebab dia kata kat sini, what may work for one warehouse may not work for yours. So apa yang sesuai dekat warehouse yang pertama mungkin tak sesuai untuk warehouse yang kedua. Kesesuaian tu, alright. So how are you going to look into the appropriateness? It is according to the type of cargo. You need to know who are your client. You need to know on the classification of the item store in your warehouse. Is it all fast moving good? Is it all non moving good? Is it all slow moving goods? Alright. So by having the different category, you may understand we have a different requirement. That is why it was mentioned here. What may work for one warehouse may not work for another warehouse. However, there are a few base design. So we are going to highlight to you the 3 warehouse layout design, common one. All right. The first one is the U shape. The second one is I shape, and then the third one is L shape. Right. So I shape, you know, this is where the loading, and then this is the reception, the storage, and then the picking, finally the shipping. But when we look into the L shape design, so loading, unloading is here, and then the reception, the storage, finally picking and shipping, right? Okay, common warehouse layout design. So I just shared with you just now. The U shape is the most common. All right, most common organizational layout that can work with any type of warehouse. So U shape is very common because you can see what type of item that you can store. All right, so it doesn't matter whether it is fast moving, slow moving, or non-moving goods. So it can work well with any category of the item being stored. All right, the second one is I shape. Okay, this true flow layout is beneficial for warehouses with high volume and offers separation of the loading and shipping area. So that is considered on I shape. All right, and then finally the L shape. This layout is great for warehouses with lots of storage needs and offers greater sorting areas. All right, so you know the different type of warehouse, they have different benefits and advantage. Okay, see 5 effective layout design tips. So the first one is space out the loading and unloading area. Loading and unloading is a place where being dedicated plenty of space for the loading and unloading area to prevent bottleneck. Sebab apa kita pisahkan loading and unloading ni? Sebab kita nak elakkan berlaku bottleneck. Bottleneck ni keadaan yang mana semua bertumpu kat satu tempat. So kita nak elakkan perkara tu. So tips number 2, the reception area, also known as the staging area of a warehouse, is where delivery is received, quality control is implemented, and the sorting is done. It's here where the sorting of the products begins. All right. So you separate the reception area. All right. Again, if your warehouse has a built-in loading and unloading area, the access docking point will allow trucks to easily connect and unload their product directly inside the warehouse, inside the building. If there is not enough space for your equipment to move around in, everything will have to be done by hand, which will take longer. So itu sebab kita advise untuk space out, maknanya kita asingkan loading and unloading punya area. Alright, and then kita separatekan dia punya reception area. Alright, reception is the where we separate so that efficient sorting and inspecting can be done. You know, when your truck arrive, the cargo arrive, you need to do inspection, you need to do sorting. So if you manage to differentiate, all right, you separate the area, so then only the process of inspecting and also the process of sorting can be done effectively. Right, next. Okay. Organize the storage area. Storage ni kawasan penyimpanan lah. Utilize every inch of space, including vertical space that would otherwise just be the air. Alright, makna gunakan ruang sebaik mungkin lah, termasuk ruang-ruang vertikal ni, supaya tak kosong. Sebab as I mentioned to you, alright, we are in warehouse business, so every space is our cost. Alright. Another way to utilize all your space for storage is dynamic and static storage. Dynamic storage is the section of your storage space that's set up for popular items. Your static storage is made up of products that sit for a little before they are shipped out, right? And then number 4, the tips number 4, all right, the Amazon warehouses are possibly the best known warehouses with picking areas. It is recommended to place separate picking areas inside or next to the storage areas. Doing this reduces the amount of time looking for item. All right, so we create a separate picking area. Why is that so? All right, picking is the process that we do, because if your warehouse has a picking area, make sure it is in or next to storage for easier access to the items. All right, this is on the picking. Okay, next, tips number 5, adjust the shipping and packing area. Shipping or picking, keep these areas separated from the rest of the warehouse for better organization and traffic flow. The shipping and picking area is where all the packing and shipping preparation takes place before they are eventually shipped away. Right, kawasan kita nak pack ataupun kita nak hantar barang ni tadi adalah kawasan di mana kita dah pack, kita dah sediakan untuk penghantaran ni. Adalah tempat yang mana selalunya kita akan terus buat penghantaran. Jadi kita kena pastikan tempat ni dibezakan berbanding dengan keseluruhan warehouse. Alright. So kawasan ni hanya khusus untuk barang-barang yang akan kita hantar kepada kita punya pelanggan. However, the best way to perfect your shipping area and shipping process is through proper warehouse storage optimization. Walau bagaimanapun, cara yang paling baik untuk kawasan kita nak lakukan, kawasan kita nak tempatkan barang-barang yang kita nak hantar dan kawasan yang kita nak uruskan barang-barang yang kita nak hantar ni adalah menerusi penggunaan kawasan penyimpanan warehouse yang paling optimum. Make sure to identify your most popular products and keep them near the shipping area, with the second most popular behind those and so on. This is easier to do with a U-shape and L-shape layout. Ni maksudnya sekarang you kena, sebagai pengurus warehouse, you have to identify which item is the so-called the fast-moving item. Okay, where to put the item. And then the secondary item, which one is non-moving, slow-moving goods. Once you have identified all this, all right, it will give you the idea that your shipping area will become more effective. Okay. Okay, now we are going to move to racking. The choice of storage medium very much depends on the type of operation envisaged yang kita dapat bayangkanlah, visualize, and whether storage or throughput is the driving factor. The decision as to which storage medium to choose also has to take into account the type of material handling equipment required to access the racking. So the available storage medium can be classified into various types as follows. Kita nak guna bin and drawer, kita nak guna racking and shelving, atau kita nak guna pallet, atau kita nak guna storage tanks. Alright. So daripada medium storage yang berbeza-beza ni, kita boleh kelaskanlah. Kalau bin and drawer ni, kalau kita cakap pasal komponen, bolehlah kita guna bin and drawer. Kalau kita guna racking and shelving ni, barang-barang yang kita dah letak dalam kotak dia, kita dah susun dia elok. Kalau barang yang pallet ni, so seems like it is an open, we can store open item, alright. Jadi we need to have the suitable type of pallets lah. So and then have to make sure also whether the packing of the item that we want to store in our warehouse can it accommodate the pallet. And when you talk about storage tanks, this is merely on liquid based item lah. So what kind of item that you want to store in the storage tanks? Gas ke? Dia tak boleh gas lah. Dia kena water, oil, this kind of liquid lah. Yeah. Alright, next. There are many types of pallet racking configurations currently in use today. These include the following. Alright, ada bermacam-macam cara, bermacam-macam jenis pallet racking configuration. Macam mana kita nak konfigurasikan kita punya pallet yang kita rakkan ni. Dia nak wide aisle adjustable pallet racking boleh, narrow aisle racking, Asrs racking, pushback racking, drive-in racking, drive-through racking, mobile racking, cantilever racking, shuttle racking, double deep pallet racking, very narrow aisle racking, dynamic or pallet flow racking. Apa-apa pun type of racking ni bergantung kepada item yang kita nak simpan. Jenis item yang berbeza, dia memerlukan cara racking yang berbeza. Hold on. Orang ada kelas lah, sebab saya aku boleh balik. Alright, next. Alright, so this is how it looks, wide aisle adjustable pallet racking. InsyaAllah kalau nanti once apa ni COVID ni dah okay, alright, we have you guys here, so we can plan to bring you to any warehouse nearby our area, so then you can see better. So it's like apa, seeing is believing. Sekarang ni bila tunjuk gambar nampak lah, tapi kalau saya bawa awak kat dalam warehouse, then only awak nampak macam mana, berapa tinggi awak punya rak, berapa luas dia punya aisle, berapa banyak material handling dia yang diguna, macam mana susun atur dia, sistem apa dia pakai. Alright, so sekarang ni musim COVID, we can only see the warehouse through photos lah ya. Alright, now this is about wide aisle adjustable pallet racking. Adjustable maknanya kita boleh selaraskan lah, nak kecil ke, nak besar ke, nak panjang ke, nak pendek. So we can adjust the pallet racking. This racking is present in the majority of warehouses worldwide. Alright, jenis yang macam ni dia terdapat di, boleh katakan di seluruh warehouse satu dunia lah, standard. Okay, it is the most versatile of any racking without the need for any specialized handling equipment. So kalau jenis yang warehouse yang macam ni, alright, dia general. Jadi dia boleh guna apa-apa jenis material handling equipment pun tak ada masalah. Alright. The beam heights can be configured to any height as required. Ketinggian beam ni, okay, kita boleh laraskan berdasarkan jenis kita punya item ataupun kargo ataupun pallet kita lah. Alright. Okay, simple. Saya rasa awak mesti dah pernah pergi ke IKEA. Alright. So dalam IKEA tu dia adalah warehouse, dalam masa yang sama dia adalah dia punya distribution center, dan dia punya warehouse ni adalah tempat yang mana orang boleh keluar masuk lah, tengok item-item yang ada. So basically that is how IKEA punya konsep, all in one. So dia tak payah sewa kedai, dia gunakan dia punya warehouse sebagai tempat dia punya distribution center. Dia gunakan warehouse dia juga untuk dia jual barang-barang dia. Right? So that's how it looks like lah. The racking can also be configured to take pallets in either long side or short side configuration. Okay, bila rak yang macam ni, yang standard macam ni, wide aisle adjustable pallet racking ni, alright, kita boleh susun atur dia mengikut konfigurasi yang kita nakkan lah. Nak panjang ke, nak pendek ke, nak tinggi ke, nak rendahkan ke. So every pallet is accessible at any time, and the racking is easy to install, and if necessary, we can move it. So dia punya rak ni adalah mudah untuk kita akses. Makna kata kalau kita kata rak nombor 5, dia punya pallet number 7, okay, easy to pick up. kita senang nak tengok, boleh nampak je. Right? So pallet ni pula mudah, dan racking ni senang kita nak bina, dan senang kita nak gerak-gerakkan. Access is also quick and easy compared with most other types of racking. Inilah yang racking yang paling mudah untuk kita susun atau item-item barang-barang dalam warehouse kita. Next, number 2, double deep pallet racking. Ni contoh dia. Okay, allows pallet to be stored too deep in the racking as well as back to back, thus eliminating an aisle. The pallets are still accessible from the same aisle. Ini cara dia double deep lah. Alright. Double deep pallet racks are merely selective racks that are 2 pallet positions deep. Deep ni maksud kata dia bukan dalam, dia ke dalam, kena tolak kargo kita tu ke dalam sikit. Right? The advantage of 2 deep rack facing is that fewer aisles are needed. In most cases, a 50% aisle space savings is achieved versus single deep selective rack. So makna kata bila kita buat macam ni, alright, kita boleh menjimatkan 50% penggunaan aisle space, laluan ruang ni lah. Ya. The pallets on the products on the pallets need to be the same, otherwise the front pallet will need to be removed to access the rear pallet. It provides a highly space efficient storage system. Okay, so bila kita buat double deep pallet rack ni, alright, okay, pallet tu mestilah sama. Sama makna kata sebaiknya item yang sama jenis lah. Alright. Sebab apa? Kalau kotak tu tak sama saiz, jadi kita akan ada masalah masa kita simpan dalam kita punya rak. Okay. So kalaulah tak sama, alright, we have difficulty to remove. Okay. So bila kita buat racking yang macam ni, double deep ni, dia membolehkan kita kata penggunaan ruang yang cekap dalam sistem penyimpanan kita. Okey, yang ini pula, okey, yang nombor 3, narrow aisle. Maknanya narrow ni sempit lah It's a system perfectly suited for convenient pallet storage and retrieval, or for fast order picking straight from the pallet. Handling equipment is often highly automated and guided by wire or rail. Ni lain pula dia punya susunan dia Alright, often highly automated, sangat-sangat highly automated lah, dan kita guided, dibantu oleh wire ataupun dia ada rail dia It is an ultimate space saving option if our housing or storage floor space is limited. Okay, cara penggunaan narrow aisle racking ni sangat-sangat digalakkan sekiranya kita mempunyai ruang dalam warehouse ni yang agak terhad lah right. So jadi kita akan gunakan narrow aisle. Okay, seterusnya ladies and gentlemen. Okay, ni very narrow aisle racking. Ni lagi sempit ruang penyimpanan dia ni. Alright, very narrow aisle pallet racking condenses standard pallet racking into a smaller area, which creates a high density storage system, enabling you to store more product without having to increase floor space. It is up to 17 meters high. So kita boleh gunakan kita setinggi 17 meter. Tapi bergantung lah. Kalau warehouse awak mempunyai aisle space can be 100 mm between the racks, making this system ideal for warehouses where maximum storage capacity is required. Yang ini kita nak gunakan ruang penyimpanan semaksimum yang mungkin. Are designed in an effort to conserve space, making better use of space while maintaining 100% selectivity to all store products. Right? So this is how we do very narrow aisle racking. Okay, the next one, ASRS, Automated Storage Retrieval System, racking. Okay, also called ASRS, is a type or genre of warehouse automation technology specifically designed to buffer, store and retrieve product and inventory on demand. Okay, so dia punya konsep of ASRS ni, operation are totally automated. Okay, so you know lah, when it is totally automated, it is going to be a computer will control it, and fully integrated with factory and warehouse management system or warehouse operations. Right. So this type of racking consists of a variety of computer control system for automatically placing and retrieving loads from defined storage locations. Right, so you can see here, right? All right, from the photo here, right? It is highly automated. So that's why when you have a highly automated warehouse, you have to understand that you don't really rely on electricity alone. You have your own special generator in case there is no electricity provided, right? Because production should run, right? So in order to make sure that the production can run smoothly, you need to have a backup system. So that's why your warehouse management system must be very, very, very efficient. Okay. That is on automated storage and retrieval system racking, ASRS. Next, dynamic or pallet flow racking. All right. So how do you see this is very dynamic? Okay. Pallet flow rack, also known as gravity flow, is a first in first out dynamic storage system. Why we call it dynamic? Because the system being done on the philosophy of first in first out. Pallet flow racking maximizes actual storage space by minimizing aisles. All right. Pallet flow systems can be designed to hold up to 20 pallets deep in one lane and allow for quick and efficient inventory turnover. Right, so bila kita buat pallet flow racking ni, dia memaksimumkan ruang penyimpanan lah, dan kita meminimumkan penggunaan laluan aisle. Pallet flow system can be designed to hold up to 20 pallets deep in one lane. So pallet flow sistem aliran pallet ni tadi, kita boleh design untuk kita letakkan 20 pallet dalam satu laluan lah, dan memudahkan dan mempercepatkan inventory turnover. Pallet flow storage system use a combination of elevated rails and dynamic components, wheels, rollers, conveyors within a rack supported structure. Flow systems put the power of gravity to work. So maknanya dia macam menurun lah. Bila awak tengok macam tu, tengok daripada gambar daripada load dan pergi kepada unload tu. So the rack frame, the flow rail tu, dia macam menurun. Jadi maknanya tarikan gravity menyebabkan barang-barang ni tadi ditolak lah. Okay, this is dynamic because we are talking about the racking that we provided. Okay, they have a pallet flow, so the pallet will move on their own. Right. Next, number 7. This is also interesting. Yeah, pushback racking. Okay. It is a pallet storage method that allows pallet to be stored from 2 to 6 deep on either side of an aisle, giving you higher storage density than other forms of racking. Depending on the movement system used to move the pallets, there are 2 types of pushback racking. Kalau pushback with shuttles, in the system with shuttles, each pallet except the last one is deposited on a shuttle which moves on rails with a slight incline. That is one thing. And then pushback with rollers, the pallets are moved by means of roller beds fixed to the structure with a slight incline, right? okay, that is about the pushback racking. Now is about drive-in racking. Okay, kita punya apa ni material handling equipment, kita punya lift truck ni tadi. Alright, so kita akan drive bawa masuk rack ni tadi. Extend the reduction of aisle space begun with double deep pallet rack by providing lanes from 5 to 10 loads deep and 3 to 5 loads high. It is effective in optimizing the warehouse storage and thus reducing the number of working aisles. Ideally, this system suits for storage of homogeneous products, not time or date sensitive. Right, so bila kita ada drive-in racking ni, alright, okay, dia akan membantu pengurangan ruang laluan lah, alright, sebab kita letakkan double deep pallet ni, okay, kita masukkan dia ke dalam 5 to 10 loads deep and 3 to 5 load high, alright, so it is effective. Dia sangat cekap lah penggunaan ni dari segi kita mengoptimumkan ruang penyimpanan dalam warehouse dan juga kita akan mengurangkan ruang laluan lah. So secara idealnya storage, cara penyimpanan yang macam ni adalah untuk barang yang homogeneous. Homogeneous ni sama sifat dia lah. Kalau barang dia kotak dia saiz sekian-sekian, kena saiz sekian-sekian je. Dan yang paling penting, dia tidak ada sensitif terhadap masa ataupun tarikh. Jadi kalau barang yang cepat tarikh luput tu, it's not advisable lah. But kalau barang-barang macam elektronik, okay, barang-barang macam item-item yang dia tak ada expired date ni, tak ada masalah. Enable a lift truck to drive into rack several pallet positions and store or retrieve a pallet. Okay, dia membolehkan truck ni tadi kita pandu dan kita letak kat beberapa posisi lah, dan pallet tu kita simpan. This is possible because the rack consists of upright columns with horizontal rails to support pallets at a height above that of the lift truck. This construction use multiple levels of pallet storage. Okay, kalau ruang penyimpanan macam ni, dia perlukan beberapa level lah, beberapa tingkat lah untuk kita simpan pallet-pallet ni. Same as drive-through rack except closed at one end, allowing entry from only one end, last in, first out. An inventory method that assumes that the stock acquired most recently is sold first. Alright. So ini kalau dalam case racking lah, drive-in racking. Yang ini pula menarik juga, drive-through racking. Drive-through racking, okay, is merely drive-in rack that is accessible from both sides of the rack. Maknanya dalam case drive-thru ni, kita boleh access pallet ni daripada depan ataupun daripada belakang. Open at both ends, allowing access from both ends. Mana kata sekarang ni, katalah hari ni kita decide untuk barang ni kita ambil daripada sebelah kanan. Alright, jadi daripada sebelah kanan ni kita akan penjuru kiri lah yang akan jadi untuk kita pick, kita load daripada belah kanan, kita pick daripada belah kiri. Tetapi kalau esoknya tu kita nak tukar pick aisle daripada belah kiri, maknanya load aisle tu sebelah kanan pula. Okay, either way pun boleh. The same considerations for drive-in rack apply to drive-through rack but have a separate entry or exit point. First in, first out, an inventory method that assumes that the stock acquired earliest is sold, used up first. Alright, so that is on first in, first out. Seterusnya, mobile racking. Macam mana kita kata dia mobile racking ya? Mobile racks capable of increasing storage capacity by additional 80% in comparison to static selective racking system. So kalau kita gunakan mobile racking, maknanya kata rak tu mobile, rak tu boleh bergerak dia berpotensi, berupaya untuk meningkatkan ruang penyimpanan dengan tambahan sebanyak 80%. So this is very good because you can increase your storage capacity. A single working aisle to access all your pellets. Dia hanya ada satu laluan lah untuk kita access pellet ni Right. Make your racks more compact without losing direct access to any pellet and optimize the use of space dedicated to storage. Alright, so kita gunakan rak kita ni dengan compact lah, tanpa kita menghilangkan direct access kepada mana-mana pellet, dan kita boleh optimumkan penggunaan ruang kepada penyimpanan ni lah. These bases can be controlled by remote. Ini antara kebaikan dia lah. So kita boleh control, kawal selia menggunakan remote control. Remote through using low maintenance electric motors. Alright, so kita boleh gunakan motor elektrik yang mempunyai kadar penyelenggaraan yang murah lah, yang rendah. The mobile bases run on rails perfectly inlaid into the floor. Okay, dia punya mobile base dia ni berfungsi dengan baik lah. Dia dengan ke atas dia punya rail lah. Okay, dia ada dia punya laluan dia. Okay, this is mobile racking. Advantage dia ni lah, 80% additional storage capacity. Alright, penambahan 80% ruang penyimpanan tambahan. Okay, so this is the advantage of mobile racking. Okay, this one is on cantilever racking. So rak dia ni selalunya open air lah. Cantilever racking is an ideal solution for long and heavy item. Okay, dia sesuai untuk penyesuaian terhadap barang-barang yang panjang dan berat. Contohnya seperti pipe, timber, carpet or furniture storage. Contohnya seperti pipe lah pipe, timber ni kayu-kayu lah, kayu-kayu balak dan carpet, okay, dan juga ruang-ruang furniture lah, penyimpanan furniture, barang-barang keperluan rumah ni, perabot-perabot ni. Okay, cantilever racking system is ideal storage solution for long and bulky items such as tubing, piping and furniture. Okay, dia cantilever racking system ni adalah penyelesaian penyimpanan yang ideal, yang sangat baik, yang sangat sesuai untuk barang-barang yang panjang dan barang-barang besar. Tube, piping, furniture, okay, perabot. The rack can be designed into single-sided or double-sided. Moreover, the arms of cantilever rack is adjustable to suit the different height of goods. Alright, so kebaikan dia lagi, rak ni kita boleh designkan dia, kita boleh susun atur dia sama ada dia single-sided, sebelah aja, ataupun double-sided, boleh kiri dan kanan. Dan juga sebagai tambahan, dia punya arm, dia punya tangan dia tu boleh kita adjustkan, kita boleh selaraskan, kita boleh sesuaikan berdasarkan ketinggian barang-barang yang kita nak simpan lah. That is cantilever racking. This is how the photo looks like. Alright. So that's why if you work in a warehouse, alright, seems like warehouse is a bit soft word, but still, alright, when looking into the photo here, you have to be very careful. Because you are not dealing with small item. You are dealing with big item, bulky. Big item, bulky, there is a tendency and there is a possibility, there is also a risk for accident to happen, right? So that's why safety first. The next one, shuttle racking. The shuttle system is a semi-automated storage system. Shuttle system ni adalah sistem yang separa automatik lah untuk penyimpanan barang-barang. This system consists of racking frames joined by beams supporting the rails, which serve to store pallets in the ducts and for the movement of the shuttle. Sistem ni terdiri daripada rangka rak ni yang kita sambungkan menerusi beam lah untuk menyokong rail-rail tadi. Okey, tujuan dia apa adalah untuk menyimpan pallet ni kat dalam dan juga pergerakan shuttle ni tadi. The shuttle moves autonomously on the rails, putting the load into its corresponding location. This is how it looks, shuttle racking. Okay, that's all. Alright, so what have you learned for today? Alright, as a conclusion, alright, so today we have already covered this one lah. Okay, we cover explanation macam mana the wide aisle, adjustable, double dip, narrow aisle, very narrow aisle, okay, ASRS racking, dynamic, number 7, pushback, drive-in, drive-through, mobile racking, cantilever, shuttle racking. So this is the conclusion what we have learned today. Alright, so if you don't really understand, look at the photo and you can also watch the video on related ni lah item-item ni tadi. Alright, what type of racking. That is why when you go, don't be surprised that you are in different warehouse with different types of storage system, because it depends totally on the item, on the cargo, on the pallet that you are dealing with. Food product different, electronic product different, furniture product different. Alright, right. So these are the things. But in general, this is how we deal with the situation at the warehouse. Again, I always mention to you, when you work in the warehouse, alright, be very careful, because there is a tendency for accident to happen. Alright, thank you very much. Any question? Ada apa-apa soalan? No question? Alright, very good. Alright, I'm going to share again with you the attendance. Kita tangguhkan kelas kita pada hari ini dengan tasbih kifarah dan surah.
Doctor, I have question regarding to our assignment.
Okay, yes.
We need to submit in PDF or Word.
Both applicable. Kalau rasa sesuai nak hantar dalam Word, hantar dalam Word. Nak hantar dalam PDF, hantar dalam PDF.
Okay, thank you, Doctor.
Okay. Alright, see you again. Inshallah, we will meet again on the 24th. Yeah, on Wednesday. Alright, thank you. Bye. See you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.